Obviously, as you know, I'm standing for Mayor of Greater Manchester against Andy Burnham. And the last few elections for Mayor, only 1 out of 3 people vote for the Mayor. That's, somewhere between 30% and 33% of people vote. Most people stay at home. Why do they stay at home? Do they not realise that they have the power to change this country in that vote?
No, they don't realise. And there's never, ever been a more important time to get out and vote for a Metro Mayor in particular. Because the thing is, you are not going to change this. Don't wait for a general election. That's a big mistake. It's the biggest mistake you can make, because waiting for a general election, as you've seen with the last 3 or 4 elections we've had, whoever ends up the leader, if the ones with the power don't like it, they change them. They changed what should have been Andrea Leadsom for Theresa May. Excuse me. They changed. They got rid of Boris, and then the members of the party voted for Liz Truss. She even got in number 10, and they ousted her. They put someone else in that they wanted. They slot them into position like a chess piece. The most important elections you can vote in are your council and your Metro Mayor elections. It doesn't get any more important than that. The ones that are staying at home because they're going to vote, they'll bother to vote at a general election. No, this is your opportunity. Vote in the mayorals, because it's the only way you'll change this country with what's going on and how fast it's going down the pan is at a local level. You're not going to change it from the top, waiting for your MP to get a slot in Parliament to ask a question that just gets a political answer and nothing ever happens. That's all they can do in Parliament. You're misjudging the power there. The people have the power at the local level. It's the most important thing you can do right now. I would advise.
I completely agree. I completely agree. For the people, for the people watching this who never vote, who may vote once every 10 years, or the last time they voted was for Brexit, and they're sat at home watching Coronation Street saying to themselves, what's the point? You've answered part of that, but how do we energize them? How do we make them go, do you know what? I am powerful. My vote does matter. I am a citizen of this country and my voice matters. How do we get that message to them?
By doing things like this, by talking to them. In fact, now you've mentioned that, I'll do more of it. I'll be doing more about how it's important to vote at a local level. Imagine if you could change the Manchester mayor and change the London mayor, 2 really important cities in the country. If you change those 2 characters, what a difference you'd have, because neither of them are in control of crime or the things that matter to us. And what the people sat at home, the ones who got out, we're an apathetic country because we've had a good standard of living and we've let it slide. We've let it slide because we didn't expect our politicians to let it slide. We voted them in, we expected them to look after us, and they're not doing. Most of them are gravy trained politicians, too young to even understand life these days. Some of them are criminals. And they're not interested in the public. As Jack Straw, MP for Blackburn, said, the British man isn't worth saving. How the hell do you run a country with people like that in your parliament? So I believe the British man is very much worth saving, and the best way you can save him, this isn't me. I'm not doing some sort of promotion here. This is the truth. This is what I believe. You'll save your country by saving your town first, by saving your local area. Get as many people in who haven't got an allegiance to the Labour or the Tory party, because these parties have both crippled this country, both of them. And the best thing Manchester can do is to get a fresh face in there with real priorities, who isn't just sucking up to central government to get funding and then wasting it on vanity projects. You see, the trouble is, people like Andy Burnham and Sadiq Khan and the rest of them, they like the high life. They like the relevance of being interviewed on TV. They love it. Please don't ever underestimate how these characters and other politicians love to be on Question Time and love to be invited onto different, panels that are going on. I think the most important vote you'll place this decade is for a Metro mayor. It's for a local mayor. It doesn't get any more important than that. Honestly, the general election is of secondary importance to the people of Manchester. I mean, he's copying what you've got in now, Andy Burnham, with his traffic fines. I mean, capturing people that go into Manchester Airport, for God's sake, because they're like their ULEZ zone, fine thing, whatever it's called. There's a section of the motorway that takes you to the airport that's in it, and out-of-towners don't even know about it. This isn't to keep the planet safe and make it the air quality better. Taxes do not change the air quality. You can get to net zero and atmospherically, absolutely sod all will happen. Nothing will happen. The atmosphere will not change because China is spewing it out. India, Indonesia, they're all having a go at it, increasing their use of fossil fuels. Well, Andy Burnham jumps on the back of the net zero bandwagon, and it is a bandwagon. It's $1 trillion a year industry where everybody's having a slice of the pie. Do you realise that the World Health Organization, that controls a lot of climate stuff, spent more on international travel in 2020 than it did on infectious diseases? How can you even live with that? And bring that down to a local level. People like Andy Burnham support this stuff. They're mad. They're absolutely crackpots. They're not fit to be in power. Someone like you, putting yourself forward, trying to make a difference, you're a local bloke, you've run charities, you know what you're doing. You're bothered. It's coming from the heart. And that's what we need in Parliament. People who are bothered. We want somebody who's coming from here, not scheming. We want someone who's doing this, doing what you're doing, putting themselves forward, putting up with the crap, going door to door, listening to people's problems, doing it to make a difference. And I would love my area to be voting for someone as important as you would be if you got in, because they need to get back to basics. Vanity projects are a fool's errand. And I think the most important election that the people of Manchester will vote in is for the mayor.
Well, absolutely. If you like that video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell and comment. And if you like what I'm saying about running for Mayor of Greater Manchester, then stick around. Tell your family, tell your friends. The only way I'm going to have a chance of winning is a grassroots movement. So be part of that movement and hit that bell. Thanks.